And they're going without Gladysant. Gone without Gladysant. And Hawajiss has settled down in the lead from Bearall. Just in behind Bearall is Relatively Special. And then behind Relatively Special, Daya and Meadow Pipit. The back marker at the moment is Bulaxi. And racing uphill, Hawajiss from Bearall. Daya on the inside of Relatively Special. Interim comes next, making ground on the inside. Meadow Pipit. Bulaxi's making a little bit of ground from the rear. And still Hawajiss taking him along by about a length to a length and a half from Bearall. Another length then to Daya, and behind Daya comes Relatively Special, and then Interim, and then Meadow Pipit on the outside. Wind in Our Hair, Nice Welcome, and Bulaxi. Passing the 6 furlong pole, Hawajiss still the leader. From in second, Bearall, third, Daya, 4 is Relatively Special. Behind Relatively Special is Interim, Meadow Pipit, Wind in Her Hair making ground on the outside. Nice Welcome and Bulaxi, the 2 in rear, as they race down now towards the junction. And they've got half a mile to run now in the Vodafone Nassau Stakes, and it's Hawajiss in the lead from Bearall. Daya going well over on the far rail. Not far behind him is Relatively Special. Wind in Her Hair's making steady progress, being tracked by Nice Welcome. Willie Carson's elected for the fence on Bulaxi, and he's going to have a job to get through there, but he's making steady progress on Bulaxi. It's Hawajiss, though, with the advantage as they pass the 2 furlong pole from Daya and Bearall, and on the near side, Relatively Special. It's still Hawajiss from Relatively Special moving into second now. Hawajiss being challenged by Relatively Special, then Daya. Bulaxi improving, but got a lot to do. They're racing inside the final furlong now. Hawajiss from Daya and Relatively Special. Hawajiss being tackled by Daya and Relatively Special, but Hawajiss holding him as they come to the line. Hawajiss has won it from Daya and Relatively Special. Fourth came Bulaxi, and behind Bulaxi, Bearall and Wind in Her Hair and Meadow Pipit, and then Nice Welcome, and finally Interim. And so the result of the 1994 Vodafone Nassau Stakes, first number 7, Hawajiss, owned by Sheikh Maktoum Al Maktoum, trained by Michael Starr. It's his 4th winner of the Nassau Stakes, and written by Walter Swinburne, puts him on the 3-winner mark in the Ritz Club Charity Trophy. Second was number 1, Daya, owned by Sheikh Ahmed Al Maktoum, trained by John Gosden and written by Frankie Dettori. And third was number 10, Relatively Special, owned by Helena Springfield Limited, trained by Luca Cumani and written by John Reed, with 4th, number 5, Bulaxi.
Well, what a wonderful race. Willie Carson believes in Santa Claus. That's him poking his way up in the inside with the yellow cap. It was a miracle that he got that far without being stopped, but eventually his filly was disappointed. Interim there interfered with. There's not much room there. But Walter Swinburne dictated the pace. As we saw in Ireland, she doesn't find a great deal off the bridle, Hawajiss, so Walter's made the most of her stamina and now gets challenged by Relatively Special and by Daya. There's not a lot of room there, as you can see, but underneath him, Walter has the gamest of fillies.
Daya might have had the run of the race there, really, but Walter is a great little rider when it comes to the big day, as you can see. He's got his stick in his right hand. His filly's running as straight as a gun barrel here. And look at the courage of her. She gets her head down and she really keeps that stride. She's on her off 4, and I don't think she changes it all the way up to the line. Daya, don't take anything away from this filly either. Just look at the courage she shows. Also on the right outside, Relatively Special. 3 lovely fillies this, really racing all the way.